So I think we're all here. Does anybody remember what happened last time?
We beat a bunch of people and then looted the end of this room, which didn't have a whole lot, if I recall. Maybe like a super healing potion and something else.
Yeah, in this room it was just a super healing potion. In the northeast room there was another superior healing potion, and there were notes for a recipe for a potion of longevity, which involved, if I remember correctly, fungus and a quart or a pint of archfey blood. I don't remember what unit of blood it was, but
Fungi and a pint of blood from an archfey, all harvested within the past 24 hours.
And Liz was trying to go back to see for what's further in the water in the north.
Oh, yeah. That's right, I forgot about that.
Cool. I think that mostly catches us up. So yeah, I think you guys just retrieved the items from the basically rotted out bedchamber down here. If I didn't describe that clearly, just to reiterate, the chamber you're in at the very far end down there, it looks like there's a bedroll and maybe the remains of some clothes and a pillow, all very overgrown with fungus and rotting at a rapid pace. And that is where you got those items from.
Before we leave this room, would it be worthwhile to use something like Produce Flame to remove the rest of the vines in this room, since we only have a small part of the room left that has vines?
I would say clear as many as we can.
Yeah,
the less vines, the better.
You just gonna go ham on all the vines?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I could contribute Sacred Flame. No, unless there's a reason I'm not going to roll it. But
yeah, I mean, if you guys just want to burn out everything in the room, that's fine. As you guys kind of start burning this stuff down, as you kind of burn out the last of the flames, as you burn out the last of the flames, that's a good sentence. As you burn out the last of the vines, the central mass, kind of right between where Lolly and Teresa are standing, this is where the corpse of that not a beholder type thing is lying, the bulbous flower thing. As you guys finish burning all of the vines out, the corpse of that creature kind of shudders and writhes, and then just somewhat anticlimactically just peels open, and a cloud of spores are puffed out into the room. Everyone in here, a bunch of these tiny spores, as they land on and around you, seem to affix to your clothing or armor or whatever.
I will attempt to remove these things with prestidigitation.
You're able to do it. It takes a lot of effort, more than you would expect from prestidigitation, but you can get all the spores you're aware of off.
Disgusting.
Oh, and it's probably something we're going to want to get off all of us, too.
Yeah.
Well, going swimming seems like a better idea now.
I'd still vote for the swimming.
We know.
Can I just try and roll into one of the fire flames and burn my clothes off?
Make a dexterity check.
Oh, so it's only on our clothes?
Well, your person.
Have I breathed it? Did I breathe it in, or is it just on my clothes?
They're big enough that you don't breathe them in.
All right.
Unless you're very challenged at breathing.
So make a dexterity throw to see if I can jump into a fire.
Well, I want you to make a dexterity check as you writhe around these smoldering vines to see if you successfully just rub the stuff off or if you actually light your clothing on fire.
Okay, yeah. I slip and fall.
Wait, don't you have a rogue ability to help you out here?
You did.
For a
You rolled it with
dexterity?
advantage.
Oh, oof.
Yeah.
1 out of 3.
Yeah. How do I want to do this? I think what I'm gonna say is your armor actually gets burned and is basically functionless until repaired. So I'm unequipping your armor. It's not destroyed, but you did it such a poor job that you've basically so fundamentally damaged the way you keep your leather armor on that it is no longer functional.
All right.
I'm gonna go up and pat Monsieur Gibbles and I'll say, "It's okay. I can help make some stuff later for you if we defeat some more people. At least a shield."
Oh, well, thank you. As I pat off the rest of the flames on my armor.
So I'm going to ask the lady if she will prestidigitation the rest of us to get the spores off of all of us. If we think we have enough time to do that.
I might as well if it's going to slow us down regardless. Step
I'm just
up!
worried about a long complication down the road by it being on us.
Of course.
Actually, Gibbles, what kind of armor do you usually wear? What kind of armor would it look like?
Well, I have just recently learned that it's leather. Leather armor is what I wear.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go up to Monsieur Gibbles and cast Mending on his armor.
Oh, I was just going to give him some armor. But yeah, that works too.
Listen, okay. I'll take both.
Well, your armor is actually +1 leather armor. It's fancy. Does mending?
That's better than what I have, but I figured some was better than none.
Does mending fix magic items?
I have no idea.
This spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. Is what it says.
So, my object is a magic item, but does not have magic, correct? Or am I interpreting that wrong?
So
I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. I don't want to actually penalize you that much, so I'm going to go with yes, it is restored.
Woo!
I mean, the fact that we had a solution to solve the problem, I feel like, is what matters.
Or I also just made it up on the spot. It's not like I planned for something to actually destroy armor. I would probably think about it a bit more if I was going to do that.
I think my success last session has got to my head a little bit, and I paid for it a little bit here. So,
but now we can call you Teddy Fire Touched. I'm going to leave the cosmetic effect of scorch marks on your leather armor now, just because I think that's fun.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, so you're able to mend his armor. Teresa, you're able to prestidigitate everybody. That's a fun word. Prestidigitation. It's a fun word. Anyway. I guess as you're all coming back out, Thunderwing, the pixie, has just been kind of hanging out, not wanting to go into that room. And she looks still kind of forlorn, but at least happy to see that you all came back out alive.
All right. So the plan was to explore this middle one.
I can go and I can, if we want me to explore first, I can turn into a giant octopus.
Yeah.
Sure.
That sounds awesome to me.
Watch me rapidly load assets. Tokens. New folder. Wild shapes.
Oh, yeah, I put them in my... I forgot it.
Where's wild shapes at? Wild styles. No, we're not going to load my Z drive.
Nope.
Well, because I remember we talked about all of them.
Oh, we talked about it. I just didn't do it.
Oh, that's fine. But we're for most of them. I just need the octopus.
We're in the theater of the mind now, Graham.
That's okay. Okay, yeah, you're a giant octopus. Let's do this. I can at least make you big.
Perfect.
You're a scaly giant octopus. Let's go with that. You like retain
Honestly,
features
it's probably
of
easier
yourself.
to remember by just doing this, opposed to the actual token. But, anyways, so yeah, now I'm gonna go scope things out.
Okay.
What's over here? Oh yeah, I forgot we don't.
It's algae over there.
Algae.
And then the one on the left, that was where a current was coming in.
Oh.
And there was nothing that we spotted that was obvious from the one on the right.
So which do we want to explore first, the algae or the current?
Probably, I would say the algae.
Sure, okay.
Okay. Well, then I'll go to the algae first. Swim. Because I gotta get underwater fast.
I found out octopuses can go like
an hour.
Oh yeah, I saw a video about them that was wild. I saw an octopus eat a crab. It was disgusting. They apparently like crack their shell and then suck them from the inside out. Anyway.
Yeah, octopus beaks are pretty strong.
Yeah. So anyway, you take this terrifying form of yours into this algal pool. And so the water eventually gets at the. Do you go all the way in and scope the whole pool out?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so once you get to like the far end of this cave, at that point the depth of it is. I mean, as a giant octopus, like I guess your head's probably only a few feet big, but like the depth of this area is about deep enough to submerge a humanoid in. The algae growth does cover the top of this in a pretty thick mat, but underneath, you find this is a sloping down pool of water full of a bunch of those bioluminescent fish. There don't appear to be any entrances or exits. And the water's pretty still over here. So it looks like the still water has allowed that algae to grow on top of it compared to the gentle current in the other parts of the cave.
Okay. Then I'll come back out. I'll let everybody kind of know there wasn't really anything there other than like an algae pool, really. And some fish, so I think maybe I should go explore the current. Unless anybody's opposed.
Go for it.
All right, so I'll go down to the current.
So this pool doesn't get quite as deep. It's a bit. It's probably about 5 feet deep in total. The current is coming from a crack about big enough to shove a normal arm into, and it looks like this is a. You would assume it's a rent in the stone that is or it's like a naturally eroded, either underground river or spring water or some sort of water. The water on this side is pretty fresh. But it's basically just a small opening large enough to let this water slowly trickle in and provide that gentle current to the whole space.
Okay, so there doesn't seem to be like a place, like an entrance really at all.
If there was like there's just the hole that the water is coming through. There's nothing that a humanoid could fit through. Like the small fish could fit through it. But yeah, we're talking like maybe 5 inches by 6 inches. You can look into it. It eventually just goes off into darkness. I mean, it is dark, but it also extends off into darkness. You don't see. There's no chamber immediately beyond.
Okay. So just probably dark water. Okay, then there's probably. Well, I would think that then, like this current, that small current coming in, but maybe then I can go over to the other side where we haven't investigated all yet. I'll tell everybody there's just a really small hole where few fish get in, a little bit of a current, and look pitch black beyond that.
Okay.
So
all right.
maybe there's something going on this other side.
Lolly is backing up or not Lolly. Gibbles is like backing up the giant octopus this whole time. Like I'm just imagining a giant octopus like roiling through these caves. This road.
Oh yeah,
it's just
kind
of following behind.
Yeah.
I got my daggers ready if you need help. I'm not getting that water.
So you go in and investigate this pool?
Yes.
So this pool, the water does seem to eventually flow into this space. The bottom of this pool, this one drops off a bit more precipitously. It's probably pretty sharply dropping down to about 10 feet at the very bottom of this pool. And as you get down in your octopus form, you can feel a lot of silt and gravel there. Okay. If you tentacle around through it, it doesn't feel like there's any single opening, but whatever material is down there is porous enough that the water is able to just gently flow out of this cavern.
Do I notice anything else about it? Like, is there any life around?
Those same
fish.
Those fish are in all 3 pools have the fish in them because they all kind of connect right up where you all are standing. So the fish are able to get between all of these pools. Not sure if it's clear out here. Let me draw like. Yep. The water kind of starts around here. So like where the rest of you are standing is just like, a couple inches of water, and the rest of these all slope down. So basically you're at the natural low point of this trio of caverns that also seems to be draining ever so slightly.
Okay.
But other than the fish and the algae, you don't find anything in particular here.
Okay. So I'll just come up and tell everybody. It doesn't seem like there's a whole place for us to go. Because the algae pit, there wasn't really anything there either for us to go into the next, right?
There were no apparent openings in that cave.
Can I roll to see if there's unapparent opening?
You want to do a perception check?
Secret doors.
Yeah. My perception +4. So. being a giant octopus. So 18.
You do not notice anything.
In any of them, or do I need to roll for?
No, I'll just take that for all of them. For all intents and purposes, this seems like a natural water pool. Like this seems to you very much to just be a natural feature of this cave that was maybe here before anybody else was doing anything.
Okay.
It just happens to be convenient if you're
I'll
a
just
creature that
come up
needs
and,
water. Sorry.
Tell everybody that.
Well, I guess that means I don't
And
know.
I'll
What do
get
you
out of
think?
my wild shape. And I'll tell everybody what.
So nothing really here, but there was one more door down here that we didn't explore, right?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's this one. Don't know if. Oh, I can't ping. Let me see if I can draw something here. There's this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. You do. I'm going to retcon something real quick, Liz. You do find, as you search the cavern, in a couple places etched into the stone wall, is the symbol of the goddess Sylvanas, who you would be fairly familiar with as one of the goddesses primarily concerned with nature.
What do I know about
her? So Sylvanas is one of the common gods of druids, actually. I'm typing Sylvanas into this. But I think, was she an elf god? I remember if she's an elf god. Oh, he.
Sylvanas, yeah, that's a male god.
Yeah, and it's
actually a neutral
set, right?
entity.
Yeah, he's a neutral god of wild nature. So a lot of druids that do worship gods, do sometimes worship Sylvanas. But as far as gods go, Sylvanas is rather uncomplicated. It's just a neutral god of the wild.
Okay. So what do the markings say?
They're just the symbol of Sylvanas.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll kind of...
An oak leaf. Or etchings of an oak leaf.
Which is kind of weird in this underground cavern.
But if you think about it from the perspective that this used to be the home of the druid that's upstairs, maybe it's not. Maybe
Xanthoria was also a druid.
Right, I knew that.
Yeah, something tells me she's long since stopped worshiping anything remotely socially redeemable.
Well, I mean,
well, I'll once
pretty judgmental. Sorry.
I'll let everybody know that.
Yeah,
I would have been tamer if she hadn't tied up the people in 3 different locations with her whatever experiment she's got going on here.
He's a nice late. No, she's not. So as you guys come down here, yeah, there is a doorway to the southwest and a cavern heading down to the southeast.
Lolly will just ask, should we open this door? The last one was a little sketchy.
Let me at least check for any magical contraption on this doorway.
Can I do like a perception check while you do that? to see if I hear anything. Right.
Sure.
Cool.
I think I'll
Yeah,
do an
just step out of the
investigation
way.
to check for traps.
Okay. Dice be rolling.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So Teresa, you do not, you don't see anything on the door. It seems like a normal wooden door. It's a pretty rough door, but it just seems like a normal rough wooden door. Gibbles, you don't hear anything coming from behind the door. I don't think you hear anything right now. Yeah, you don't hear anything right now. Besides the sound of cavern.
Okay.
The sound of silence.
Well, unless anyone objects to it, I'm gonna open the door.
No objections here.
All right, I'm gonna kick open. No, I'm gonna open the door.
Kick open the door. So as you open the door, you can see a couple of giant mushrooms, and then there appears to be a drop off to the southwest.
Okay.
And as you kind of get into the room proper, you see that there is a rough stone staircase hewn into the rock in what is something between a steep incline and a drop. And then it leads to basically a pit about 10 feet down. And this whole chamber to the southwest of you is kind of almost hemispherical in nature if you're looking at it from where you are right now. And the walls and ceiling are covered in just a riot of brilliantly colored mushrooms in different patches. So like fungus and mushroom. As you look at those patches of fungus a bit more, you can actually make out that they are kind of weird murals made out of living fungus of animals and fey creatures all around the wall. And there appears to be in the very center of the room, in the bottom, there's a kind of a little blanket and bundle of papers down in the middle of that bottom area. Lolly, what were you naturing?
To see if I can tell if the large mushrooms are a normal variety or if they are a magically created variety.
Well, they are definitely AB normal, but
Can I ask Thunderwing if he actually knows anything about this room?
Yeah, sure. Thunderwing will come into this room. She's not hanging back like other ones, and she says, Xanthi used to go sit down there. She'd always sit there real quiet for a long time. And then she'd just sit there, and if I came to talk to her, she'd ignore me. And then eventually she'd get up and go back to whatever else she was doing.
I think I'm gonna have Barry retrieve the paperwork. So Barry will fly over and pick it up.
Do the murals seem like they represent anything that Lolly would recognize? Are they a specific scene, or are they the display of a god, or
Yeah, do you want to study them? Give me a religion check.
Oh, that'd be something I'd be qualified to do.
Actually, didn't get a bad roll.
Yeah, you didn't. Should have our look as well then?
If you'd like to.
You're going to be the expert either way, so.
So Lolly, it doesn't really, nothing really stands out to you about these. Same for you, Anvar. Both of you both kind of look at this and it's just like, if there was an intent here, you're just not seeing what the intent was. and then like this was obviously grown and crafted, but it's just both of you are just it's like when you stare at modern art and you're just like, what does this mean? I don't even get it. They obviously meant something, but I'm just missing the point. That's kind of the feeling you both get staring at those fungal murals.
So I feel like a Marine trying to understand a complex subject.
Unless it's engineering, then he's your guy. I will still say he's solved more traps, I think, through just sheer stumbling upon the solution than anybody else, which always surprised me.
He is always willing to make mistakes, so good for him.
Yep. Okay, did I tell you he broke his ribs in his leg?
Ooh.
Armed it?
Yeah.
Like in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
No, you didn't.
He got in a fight and broke a few ribs, and then he was going to get his ribs checked out at the hospital, and the elevator dropped, and he broke his leg.
Oh.
So he says the hospital is cursed and trying to kill him. And I told him it's because he spent that money on Star Citizen. I told him this is karma for Star Citizen money. And
Anyone who's played horror video games knows that hospitals are not the right place to be.
Yeah. Just the nurses from Silent Hill start coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Teresa, you send Barry down there to pick up the papers.
Yeah.
So he brings it up to you. And it's a bunch of more handwritten notes. At this point, you're getting pretty familiar with Xanthoria's writing. And it is more notes written by Xanthoria. Do you read through them?
Yes.
So much of it, like a couple of the pages are pretty clear, and they're giving descriptions of a place called Shadakla, which is apparently a level in the abyss, and there's lots of mentions of fungus and ooze and the demon lord Zugdmoy. As you flip further and further through the pages, it slowly rambles off into either incoherent sentences or incoherent markings that a human made on paper.
This is madness. But she does tell the group about the little bit that she can glean from the paperwork. So little. But perhaps it could be of some use when we return. I do have a question though. Are these mushrooms edible, or can they be used for like building material?
You could certainly try to eat them. I honestly have no idea if they would be suitable for building material. I don't know enough about fungus to know if it can be built out of. Let me rephrase that. I'm sure there's a way that you can build things out of fungus. I just have no idea how that works. So I would assume no. Like,
I don't think so.
Okay, so yeah. Too much Dwarf Fortress. Can I make bricks out of fungus?
Cottage made of fungus. You too can become the druid of the spore.
It would smell very bad.
I mean, this whole place just smells like fungus and rot. I feel like it's silly because there's all the box text descriptions for this place, and they all start with stagnant, reeks of mold and mildew, stench of rot, air hangs heavy and rotten, and my brain has just kind of stopped processing it. So I'm sorry. This whole place just reeks of rot and mildew and awfulness. So yeah, keep that in mind. Imagine that you're inside a fungus farm, and there you go.
Do we want to go down this hallway that we're near, or the other one that goes to the south that was a little further up in the room?
Well,
I'll just check this
still
one out.
quite a
since
lot
we're-
of things that we can. Still quite a lot of things that we can see, because I did say that there was like a pathway, I think, over here
Yeah.
that I
There's
could
pathway
see.
here, and there's one a little bit further up from us as well,
Yeah.
in between us and the passage that went to the fairy ring.
Yeah. So, well, since we're here, we might as well start coming down here.
Okay.
What's behind door number 3?
Yep, there is another one of those rough-hewn wooden doors at the end of this part of the cavern.
I'll get out of the way so that people can do whatever they want with the door before it opens. I'll, when Thunderwing catches up, ask Thunderwing what she knows about this room.
Yeah, Thunderwing will
I'll
come. Go ahead.
I'll just do a perception check for the sounds and stuff.
Okay.
While
So
Thunderwing talks about it.
Thunderwing, she looks and says,
Wrong one.
"You persuade the door of nothing because it is
Please,
a door. You cannot persuade inanimate objects." Thunderwing, she says, "I think Xanthi used to make food in here. I think that's her kitchen, or at least it was her kitchen. She doesn't eat in there anymore." As far as the perception check goes, you do not notice, or you don't hear or notice anything particularly odd in this area.
Okie dokie.
This is the same problem as in the tomb. What's odd about this place? Everything is odd about this place, but nothing in particular is odd.
Enver will open the door and go in.
Yeah, so as you go in, you can see that this probably was once a kitchen. Pots and pans are just all over the place at this point. There's some plates and utensils on the floor. The whole place is completely disheveled. There's some open bags on the crate in the corner of spices and what you assume is now completely rotten flour. It looks like rodents probably got into it at some point. And there is a stove in the corner.
Any other kind of papers, or do we see any, like, this whole time, have we been seeing a lot of plants?
A lot of what?
Plants.
So there's been all the mushrooms and fungus. There's not anything I would call an actual plant. All the growth that you have seen down here has been squarely in the mushroom or fungus or mycelium category. And like various surfaces on the walls here all have some amount of lichen or moss or whatever growing on them. I've tried to point out when there's like really big things that would be particularly of note. But yeah, so are you at, did I answer your question?
Yeah, that did. I was just wondering if it, not like we had seen when we first came in.
No, like I'm trying to call out when there are big obvious things as opposed to like
Okay.
just
I was
background
just
level.
making sure.
Yeah.
Do we lose Wally at some point?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just slowly following along behind. Lolly is not a let's go explore things kind of person. He's a
Okay.
let's solve mysteries kind of person.
Fair
And
enough.
talk to a bunch of people kind of person. So being
Teresa's just like, this is junk. What are we doing here?
yeah, basically, this is not his ideal situation.
I guess before he leaves the room, Anvar will check out the stuff to make sure there's nothing of any value, or interest. But he's not expecting anything.
Kind of
Yeah,
going
same.
as you two are going through everything on the crate where the rotten spices and flour are, you eventually find there's a recipe book wrapped in oilcloth, kind of tucked away behind everything.
Hey.
Yeah.
What kind of recipe?
I guess I'll open it to flip through.
So as you flip through it, there's actually a preserved oak leaf serving as a bookmark to one part of the book. Most of the recipes, Liz, you recognize some of them as kind of various, we could call them like traditional, maybe not full druid, but like herbal remedies and treatments for things. And then it does dip more into a bit of like some actual food recipes. There are some, let's call it maybe like druidic cuisine recipes in here as well. I don't even know what druidic cuisine is, but I'm sure it exists, and some of it's here. And then, go ahead.
Vegan?
Yeah,
Vegan.
I was about to say the same thing.
Are all druids vegan?
Or
I
at
have
least
no idea.
vegetarian, I would imagine.
Probably depends on the type of druid.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then the page marked with the bookmark. The writing has it's degenerated into that bizarre script where it stops being legible to anybody. You're starting to think that Xanthoria maybe either was writing gibberish or had come up with her own way of writing at a certain point. But it has a drawing that you can make out looking like there's two drawings. One of Thunderwing, the pixie, and one of Bunny Blossom. What was Bunny Blossom? A fairy dragon. Fairy dragon, and a lot of bizarre symbols linking them, and a female elf drawing. There's a lot of bizarre symbols linking the three of them together. You don't really know what it means, but the amount of writing and scrolling on this page makes that seem very important, or at least somebody thought it was important when they drew it. Go ahead.
Can Anvar make out the language, given that he's under the effects of a comprehend language?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Do I recognize it at all from the book from why can't I remember the stupid book place we went to?
Candlekeep.
Candlekeep. Yeah, so does it seem like some of those scrawlings, like the drawings slash scribbles that we saw in that book?
Yeah, like the handwriting all matches at this point. Like
okay.
This is Xanthoria's writing. Anvar, to your point, I think I'm gonna, to give you a little bit of reasoning, I think if a language is actually a language that lots of people know, I think it counts. I'm gonna say that this is maybe not necessarily a language in the sense that we think of. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't remember the wording off the top of my head for comprehend languages, but
I'm kind of making this up right now. Just
okay.
like but I think like even with the helm, this is unintelligible. I think you can make out words here and there that are close enough to some language that the helm lets you process it. But there's still so much gibberish in here that it looks like it's descending into madness along with.
I do have comprehend languages, but it's up to you if you want me to guess.
Anvar's got
Oh,
a helm that does
Anvar's
that.
yeah, Anvar's
Okay.
pretty much casting every hour, right?
Yeah. So, to save us some time, it's not going to help much. Because, like I said, it's half language, but half to anybody but the writer nonsense, or maybe even to the writer. Who knows?
Right. Like, Liz suspects that based on it being all the same handwriting. And so she'll. Anvar, it's mad drawings of this crazy woman who thought she could find the cure for immortality.
Yeah, and she's got some plan between Thunderwing, the fairy dragon, and the willow upstairs, be my guess.
That would also be my guess. Nobody's really saying a whole lot quite yet, so it's taking us to figure out what's going on to get the answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go down to the last quarter that we have in this area that we know about.
Yes, the one that's all the way over here.
Going this way.
So as you approach that corridor,
I'm sorry.
well, Thunderwing's just going to warn everyone that, and that's where she heard that's where the scaly monsters are, and that's also where all the bad stuff happens. And
Scale monsters.
Yeah, scale monsters.
Okay.
She doesn't know what they're called. Sorry.
Fair enough.
I
was just trying to make sure I heard right.
Yep, big scaly creatures in that room. So she doesn't go down there anymore because she doesn't think it's safe, and she also doesn't want to go down there because that's also, as she puts it, where all the bad stuff happened.
Honestly, I think I don't know how this druid managed to make a place down here in the first place. But comprehending the mind of the mad is a task in itself. Sometimes I wonder why we are entertaining this person, but I suppose we need her to continue forth.
And as you kind of cross over into clear sightlines into this room, I think what you can make out from where you're at is this room. How tall is this room? Is it 20 feet? Sorry. This is one of those things where they tell you heights at the beginning and you have to remember it for the whole time. Let's say 15 feet. I'm just going to go 15 feet tall because that makes more sense to me. So the chamber beyond, it's about 15 feet tall. The bottom of it drops down just slightly. And what you can mostly make out from where you're at is that the floor of the cavern beyond is just shrouded in mist that is too thick to see through, so you cannot see the floor of this cavern. And you can make out, I guess everybody here has dark vision, don't they? Just about, except for Teresa.
I don't have dark vision either.
You have a torch?
I do, but mine's 120 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Teresa's is magical super night vision.
And so is Anvar's.
So it's Anvar, and I think the way I'm going to say this, because I think, Teresa, we gave you a torch, right? So that you had light, or you have some sort of light source.
Teresa has super.
I'm sorry,
night
Liz. Liz. I keep
had
saying
a-
Teresa, and I keep meaning Liz.
vision.
It's weird that lizard folk don't have dark vision. You'd think they would.
I agree
Anyway,
with that.
it's
Why
not
would
like-
they have night vision? They're from freaking deserts.
Well, some of them might be.
Super
I don't know.
bright.
No, so
Anyway.
fine.
As you guys, those of you who have dark vision, you can make out one of these large scaled creatures on the ceiling.
Liz
And it,
It's on the ceiling.
On the ceiling.
yes, it is hulked on the ceiling. As you guys get close enough for the torch to start shedding light down here, you can see it rather quiet. It's not completely silent, but surprisingly quietly kind of crawls out of line of sight. Still on the ceiling above.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, no, no.
So
I'm
it tells me
freaking-
this will
Perception
Yeah,
checks
fun.
every couple of seconds.
Hmm? And Mark's just like peeking. He's peeking.
Well, I mean, at some point we're gonna go in. Is his assumption.
I can
Unless
try
we're
and
gonna call
I
it
can
a
try
day
and sneak
here.
up a little bit and see if I can like see more for everyone. I can do like a stealth check.
You could do a stealth check if
I
you
will
want to
do
be
a stealth
stealthy.
check. I never get to use it. Here we go.
Good God, that's a bonus, isn't it? Rose.
Yes.
Turns out they're good at stealth.
Sometimes I'm sneaky.
Turns out you're sneaky.
Sometimes I don't fall on fire.
Okay, so I'll say that you can move in to see the whole room. If you go further than that,
I can also help everybody. I can cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh.
So plus 10. So Gibble's got 39.
Nobody knows I'm here.
I think he could,
You guys don't even know where I
You
am.
don't even exist anymore.
yeah, I think he could walk right up and flick it in the butthole and it still wouldn't know what's happening.
well, keep in mind it knows you're here
Right.
and responded
It
to you.
saw it responded to the light, so it knows something's coming.
I
And
am
the
the
closer
As a
Avalon gets-
precaution, I'm going to cast invisibility. And let's see.
Oh, well, if it already knows we're here, right, it can smell it. Right?
I mean, it saw the torch, so
Oh.
who knows?
Oh, yeah, that's a personal problem.
Yeah, thanks for giving us all away.
Well, I mean, as soon as Anvar enters the room, they're going to hear him, if nothing else, because plate mail.
Clank, clank.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just cast invisibility on myself.
You are invisible.
Oh man, we don't have any of Kellick's old equipment. I guess he kept it. Sad.
Barry is going to stay some ways back. Well, actually, hold on.
So,
Yeah,
Gibbles.
Barry is gonna probably just hide.
I'll say, I'm just going to give Gibbles some information real quick. I'll say you're able to get around the corner and behind a big cage. And you see two of these creatures on the ceiling. They are large lizard creatures. Wait, do you have dark vision, Gibbles? Nope.
Ray.
Never mind.
I may not.
You can't
I
see
may not
shit.
see anything.
You can't see
thinking,
anything.
And I see nothing.
Yeah, sorry, you can't see anything. Because although you're incredibly stealthy, you also can't see in the dark, which is problematic for you. So you are very... Oh, God. What just
Oh.
happened? Oh god. I had lag, and then I switched scenes, and now I'm switching back. So you get around the corner. I don't think you can actually see anything besides the cage you're next to right here. But nothing is responding to you right now.
Can I, I mean, I imagine I'm not going to get a whole lot of that, but can I do like a perception check again to see if I can like hear or,
Well, you can hear two creatures breathing without a perception check.
Oh, so I know there's two creatures now as opposed to one.
Yeah, you can hear two different large sounds of slow breathing coming from this room.
So what I'm going to do, just to communicate that to people, is I have this one effect I never use because I'm a ghost-wise halfling. I have a silent speech.
Ooh.
So I can speak telepathically with someone who shares my language, which is everyone, within 30 feet. So I'll let Lolly know, since he's the farthest back. We can like tell people that there's two. I'll let him know there's two, presumably those like scaly creatures around in here, but I can't see them.
I guess Anvar, you can see one of them.
Okay.
Anvar, you can make out in this room. You can make out in the center of the room. There's a trio of tables, like rough stone tables that break out of the fog swirling at the bottom of this chamber. One of them is coated in what looks like some sort of dried, stained splotch. I don't know from where you are if you can make out what it is beyond that. And you can also see that there are quite a few cages in this room, many of which appear to have clumps of remains inside of them.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. I will very quietly relay that to Teresa and Liz and Lolly. Well, and maybe Monster Gibbles can hear it too. He's going to try and keep his voice down so he doesn't let them know exactly where we are.
Teresa's going to keep to the wall. Barry is going to hang back a bit out of sight.
What are you trying to nature check, Liz?
Just to see like if there's anything from where I can see, any kind of growth or anything around the area there where Ambar said that there was.
Just patches of lichen and mold growing on the rock and stone.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what our plan is here, but if we plan on attacking them, maybe we can like lure them out into this tunnel, so we're not like all trapped with two coming at us, as opposed to like one at a time, maybe, or something like that.
I can try. You want me to
Or
get
we
there?
could also not if I never go some other way. Although I don't know. I don't remember. I wasn't here for the other session. I don't know if there's other.
This is the last tunnel that we have to explore to try and find this Xanthoria.
Okay.
So I think we're pretty much stuck. I can try and lure them out with a range spell. Stir them up. I mean, they'll know we're here. I think they already do know we're here anyway.
I mean, one of them can see you and is looking at you, Anvar.
Oh, well, then. In which case, I can just piss them off now.
Yeah, like it's not moving towards you, but it is looking at you.
I don't suppose Anvar has any idea what these things are.
don't know.
I can certainly try an Arcana check to see if it's something of magical nature.
Think there is a particular check for these. I think, unless I'm confusing systems.
It's usually either Arcana or Nature.
Yeah, it's
Religion only applies if it's something very specific related to clerics or druids, but usually clerics. So usually it's Nature or Arcana.
yeah. I think these would fall under nature.
Okay, I can attempt it. Not that
Yeah.
good at it, but
Are we all still being sneaky?
Teresa
one
is.
of sort of. I mean, one of them knows Anvar's there.
Let's see here. So, I think Liz and Anvar, you both recall that these are probably something called a Bahir, which are large, almost serpentine creatures. They actually have really long bodies. They're almost like salamanders, except huge with 8 legs. Teresa, you also fish out from your memory about these creatures that the legends say that they serve dragons, and they usually have some sort of breath weapon. And I think that's about what you guys remember. Yeah.
I will very quietly whisper to the others about what I know. It has some kind of breath weapon, if I recall from my studies. You want to be aware and don't stand in front of it.
So us being in the tunnel is not going to be a good thing. If
That's
it's
correct. You're learning.
One of
hey,
them makes a very guttural statement in a language
That
that
is so cool.
some of you may or may not know.
Anvar will get it from comprehend languages.
You would. Can you actually read it?
No,
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll just tell everybody. They are taunting us and asking him to come play with them and calling us little fleshly.
Yeah, he
okay.
said.
Well,
Rude.
if he wants to play, I can at least give him something to think about. I'm just double check. How do I check the information of a spell without casting it?
If you click on the name of it in your character sheet, it should expand out into the kind of the short text of the spell.
Range 60 feet.
And here, quick question. Is this square right here, is that supposed to be something on the map, or is that just like an artifact of the...
That's kind of wild. No, I don't think that is supposed to be anything.
Okay, I was just curious if that's like part of the... So something's happening there that we haven't looked into. Okay.
No, I don't know what that is. And I don't see anything for this room that would indicate. Yeah, there's no. I don't know why that's there.
First time, move a little bit closer.
Probably I screwed something up at some point. I'm trying to find a layer that I can select it on, and I can't. So no, I don't know why that's there.
Anvar moves a little bit closer, and then he's going to jump the gun and start combat if they're taunting us. since we don't seem to have another plan.
Well, and Lolly's gonna do the Blade Runner Harrison Ford thing, or more like Harrison Ford Star Wars thing, and run out and blast him.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna have everybody.
Or Frank from Always Sunny. Blast him.
Well, I think I'm gonna add everybody to combat and just get us started because they're definitely aware of you. So I think
Do we
this
do
is
initiative or no?
Yeah. Let's just do initiative.
No, fuck.
I mean, it's also not like they didn't know you were there. I'll just give the remove combat.
Hey, I'm ahead of one of them.
There we go. So I'm just gonna hit the button and start combat. So Gibbles, you came up first.
Oh boy.
Right.
You can't
don't
see
wanna-
anything right now is the problem.
Right. I'm. Well, what about? Does anyone have a torch on? Or does nobody have a torch?
Liz has a torch.
Liz has a torch. Liz is.
Yeah, I have a torch.
10
So
She's
feet.
also-
I should be able to see like a little ways in front of me, right?
So torches have a range of about 30 feet
20
or 20. It's
I thought
20
it was
bright. It's 20 bright, 20
20
dim.
and 20 dim.
So it's
Yeah.
bright light out to 10 feet in front of you, dim light out to here, and the angle on the wall I think is such that like her light is basically illuminating.
This right here.
Yeah, it's illuminating kind of. Why? Stop it. So her light is kind of illuminating this area right now. So like you can see that just fine. But other than that, to you, it's all just darkness. You can make attacks at disadvantage in darkness. I think
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna presume that I'm still sneaky, and then I'm just gonna move. Oop, I need to switch my thing. I'm gonna move right here, and get as close to that cage as possible, and hide. And that's my turn.
Okay. Anvar, that takes us to you.
Okay. I'm going to, as my bonus action, upcast spiritual weapon. Double check that I can have a range of 60 feet. Good.
Where would you like it?
Well, first got to find a slot to burn with it. Put it on in front of the one to the further south.
Okay. There.
And it will attempt to attack badly. Looks like it did an attack of 10.
Ooh. I don't think that's going to hit just off the top. Nope, that's not going to hit.
No.
And then for my action spell, I'm going to Sacred Flame with Blessed Strike. And I will attack the one that the hammer's on. And effect of this feature.
Dex save?
Yes, DC 16 Dex. That's not looking positive.
Nope.
Okay, well, I've done my bit.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to put music on, but I'm going to give up. Liz, it is your turn.
Liz is going to move towards the front here. And She is going to daylight.
The whole place.
Hopefully not all of us.
I mean, it doesn't at all. It just creates brightness and shines light
okay.
everywhere.
Okay. I was thinking of the other spell you used, Dawn, I think it was.
That wasn't me. That was Teresa. Teresa has dawn. I have daylight. I was like, they're similar, but not. Like dawn actually does something. This just gives light.
Makes light.
Yeah.
And that lasts for an hour.
Well,
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I see them now.
Yes.
It's like when you turn the light on, you see cockroaches, and you're like, oh!
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no! Much bigger than I thought.
Oh shit. Yeah, so these large serpentine creatures are they kind of both rear a little bit as the light hits them, and then kind of stare at all of you, and one of them just kind of chuckles to itself. And this one will get to go. Well, I'm sorry. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn, Liz?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I just gave light, and it did nothing else at the end.
Very godly move. Let there be light. Then choose
Aww.
fire for a day.
So I think this one is going to move. Oh, let's see. Doesn't know about that. Yeah, I think it's just going to do what it's going to do from right here. It's going to lightning breath. And it's going to basically hit Gibbles, Liz, and Anvar. So that is a dex. Holy crap. That's a hell of a attack.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah, I
Wow.
rolled a couple 10s in there. It's a dex saving throw.
Well, I mean that honestly, that's a pretty like average roll for how much damage it can do.
For what it's worth, these are lower level than you.
Oh,
Well,
goodbye.
I'm gonna use my my uncanny dodge to have that.
Okay, and then I think Liz is the last save.
Oh.
Liz, do you have absorb elements?
Does she have what?
Absorb elements?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so then that's half damage to Anvar and Gibbles and full damage to Liz.
Oh, we're screwed.
Okay, there we go. Ouch. Okay. Is everybody applied now? I think so.
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I applied it to you because I was.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And then it is going to. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna get back here, and that will take us to Lolly. I need you, Lolly, in that fog to make a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw. That does not pass. You get 1 level of exhaustion from that fog all around you. As soon as I can find. God, they don't put them in alphabetical. Why are these conditions not in alphabetical order?
Torture.
I don't get it. Like, why would you not put these in alphabetical order?
Hey, wait, Ray, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Quick. So that lightning breath says that you take 66 lightning damage on a failed save.
It did 73 points on a failed save.
Or half as much damage.
Yeah.
So
you
where does
used
the
your
60
ability to take half damage, right?
But wait, so we take 66 damage, or what? So why are we taking
No, you
73?
take half of
He-
73 damage.
73 damage was what he rolled.
Okay,
66
whatever.
was average roll.
Oh, that's it. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I was confused by that. All right.
I still can't find exhaustion on here, damn it.
I have disadvantage on ability checks now, which is so fucking. So the one with the hammer on it, I want to do my insightful fighting. So you roll deception, I roll insight.
Not one of these status effects is exhaustion. That's why I couldn't find it. God damn. Okay. Skills. Deception. You win.
So now I have advantage on the one with the hammer next to him.
Yep.
And shoot with the crossbow. Not going to shoot with the crossbow.
Did you roll that with advantage? 15. That will just miss.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, back slightly further. Yeah, do that. All right.
And then this one is going to get here. And it will... Yes, it does have reach. So it is going to make 2 attacks, Gibbles, on you. The first one is
well, technically I'm hiding, so you have to beat my stealth check.
Of all of it. It was like, what, a 29?
Well, I think I have to make a new one because I chose to hide. So
yeah, and you were in bright light, so there's a challenge where if they're staring at you in bright light. So yeah, make your stealth check. Which would get past without trace.
Gah. Oh, there you go. I thought I saw one.
So, pass without trace would add 10 to that.
No, it can't. You're really good at hiding. It doesn't see you. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, well. Oh. I guess it's going to get there and taunt you guys, is what it's going to do, because I don't want to change the movement. And that'll take us to Teresa.
Okay. Let's see. So I am still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be able to see these things first. So, actually, I'll move back here a bit. Because this place is just clogged up here, so that I can actually see. Okay. Okay. And then what I will do is You know what? What the hell? Let's cast Dawn. Because I can't see where it is. But Dawn will hit everything. Oops. Ah, that was not the place I was going to put it. God damn it. Hold on.
I think if you cast it without a spell slot, if you already spent one, you can just replace the template if you want.
That'll catch some of us in it.
Right there. Oh, well, let's see how far. 'Cause I
Die.
can... Yeah. I can't move this one, but I want to move it. Let's see. So that's 2 squares and 2 guys. So let's 1, 2, move 2 squares down.
There, or
Yeah, that should be fine.
I think you need to be over, otherwise it isn't hitting the other guy at all.
Yeah, if you
I
move it
can't
over
see.
Oh,
I
yes,
can't
you
see
can.
this
yeah,
one.
she doesn't have line
Yeah.
of sight to get it any further over.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
makes
can only see like straight down.
Huh. It's all coming together now.
Okay, and then each creature in it. So this one's going to make a Constitution saving throw. Get a 16, which is not enough. So it takes 17 radiant damage. So that hits the top one, and it just kind of hisses. And as it hisses, you can see, those of you who can see it can see lightning crackling in its maw as it hisses.
I'm gonna move Barry a little bit closer, but still keep Barry hiding behind this wall.
Yep. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay, Gibbles. You are hiding behind the cage. What would you like to do?
You are.
This is tough. I'm going to. Oh man. I'm gonna say screw it. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come this way.
That'll put you in Dawn.
So I'm affected by Dawn as well.
Yes, it hits anything in the area of effect. So you can clamber onto the cage if you want to.
Would that be like rough terrain or whatever?
You can just do it. I don't care.
All right. I'm nimble. And I'm going to attack. He's on the ground, right? He's not on the ceiling anymore.
He is on
I
the
can reach
ceiling.
him. But he still is on the ceiling.
Yes, but he's
Would
big.
I
He's
be
also
able to
large.
Yeah,
would
so
I be
you
able to
can reach
him?
them from the ground. They're on the ceiling above the fog.
They're
Okay.
trying not to be in the fog.
So I'm gonna try to attack.
That will hit.
Cool. And I'm not sure how this works because I was hiding. I'm assuming I'm.
You are not hiding anymore.
All right.
If you run up and stab somebody, you are no longer hiding.
Right. And
That's pretty
I'm
good.
pretty sure that now. Rock. Let me read. Rock. Oh, cool. I have advantage because I'm audacious. Cool. I am gonna go for it. I'm gonna sneak attack that guy.
If you're advantage, you should also roll to see if you get a crit on your other attack roll.
On my other attack roll.
Right, because you get 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. We'll see.
And
Nice. A crit fail. Oh, I did on there. Well, it doesn't matter. I still rolled a one, whatever.
yeah, so,
Did you just roll
you're
2
22s.
ones?
I did.
Yes.
Okay, and now I'm
Ow.
going to. I'm gonna.
It's 1 in 400
think-
odds.
What's it called? I'm gonna cunning action. I'm gonna try and hide beneath, back behind this.
That's a
back
wall.
here, like around here.
Well, you can just run there and then they can't see you.
Well, yeah, I'm still gonna try and hide back here though. Like,
Okay, I guess make a stealth check, just so we
I
have a
will.
value.
So, alright. That's my turn.
Okay. Anvar, it is you.
Well, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon 20 feet towards something. Probably the one that's closer to us. And then I am going to do something I haven't done before. If I can find it. And I'm going to give everybody D6 plus 12 temporary hit points. So,
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the Twilight Cleric.
so everybody gets 17 temporary hit points, which I don't
Oh,
have any idea how to actually record on my character. But
So, on your character sheet, underneath your hit points, there's a little temp section. And you can just type in there how many temporary hit points you're getting. And then it adds it on top of the normal hit points. Oh, on the tooltip it gives a little plus. Nice. So that's your action. And your bonus action, would you like to move?
do we want to draw it back into the hallway so that we lure the other one to come closer into the daylight?
They seem like they're relatively intelligent and didn't want to come into the hallway in the first place.
Okay, well then.
The only thing is though, because if you guys don't move, they're gonna pick you off with their breath attack.
Yeah.
So I
Anvar
think
will
that
at least move back so he's not immediately there. He'll have to move back in once he wants to move the spiritual weapon, but he'll at least back up until then, since he's got an abundance of hit points. or lack thereof. That's it for Anvar.
Okay. Liz, it is your turn.
Okay, Liz is gonna step back. Because she doesn't want to die. So she's gonna step back and character.
Everybody applied that. Everybody was within 30 feet of me, so everybody should have gotten those temporary hit points.
Everybody
Yeah.
has them.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm at 19 hit points. Then you gave me 17, so that's okay. But like if I get hit by one of those thingamajigs, I'm dead. Like
Oh yeah, I mean everybody, if they take a full point,
Yeah.
another full lightning bolt there and toast.
Oh, I think you're right. I'm just more total. But anyways, not good. That's the moral of the story.
Oh, these are
So-
huge creatures. Sorry, they're not large. Huh.
Oh, so they're
So they're taking up even more room. Or is it huge 4x4 squares?
3x3.
3x3.
I mean, they're taking up the right space. I looked at them and I zoomed in and was like, oh, those are 3x3. I kept saying large. They're huge. I had this thing where I always want to describe big creatures as huge, but huge is a technical size. A potion of... Hey, look at that.
the one I just got. Yeah, it came in handy real fast.
it's like they were there for a reason.
Right?
It's like somebody designed this place. Oh, What?
So I'm gonna drink that so I have some semblance of being alive. Doing a little bit better, but that's all I'm gonna do on my turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess if they're 3x3, they wouldn't even fit into the hallway, huh? That makes more sense.
They could squeeze in, but, okay, so that takes us to the other bay here, down here. It is going to bide its time because it doesn't feel like going through the dawn. Lolly, it is your turn.
So I'm going to do insightful fighting on this other one.
Oh, I have to roll the thing.
Yep, you have to roll deception.
I have to roll the thing. No. It shall not succeed.
I guess technically I have disadvantage, so I would 26, not 20.
I think you still succeeded.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna shoot it.
Uh, 17 will hit, as will the 23. That will do 6 piercing.
And
What happened?
15 sneak.
Did I apply the 6? No, I didn't yet. Okay. We will apply 6 and 15. And it looks annoyed by you shooting it and landing that shot pretty squarely in its one of its legs, kind of angering it, and it's kind of shaking its leg off the ceiling at the bolt that you got in there.
Perfect. I like irritating it. Yeah, and then I don't know. Now that I did that, I guess I'm gonna step back here. I think
then-
we're all just slowly retreating down the
Like, I'm
hallway.
gonna die.
Dawn is the start of the turn, right?
Go read it and find out.
Let me check it again.
I'm scrolling back.
Dawn.
Dawn was Liz, right? No, it was
When
Teresa.
cylinder
No, it was me.
When the cylinder appears, and then a creature
When it-
must also make the saving throw whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder.
Okay. Cool. Which one did the thing? That one did the attack. Okay, so this one's gonna get
Ruh-roh.
over here. But it doesn't really have line of sight. If I take line of sight from the middle of the creature, I'm going to draw you the line of sight that I'm getting for it just so that it's clear. The line of sight it has is that, using the center of the creature as the line of sight, which I think, if I want to interpret that consistently, it can't see you, but you can't see it, because of how it is curling up in that space. So it gets out of Dawn, but it cannot see anybody. And that will be the end of its turn. Teresa.
Alright, so she does see its scurry over here. So then here's plan B. Let's try and smoke it out here with Ice Storm. Should be right here, because I don't want to hit them. Yeah, right here. Ice Storm, right here.
Perfect spot.
Okay. I need to go back to tokens. I need to make a dex save.
Oh.
Does that take half or no damage? Half as much. Okay. So it takes half the bludgeoning and half the other. Okay, so where's the half button?
And that circle is all difficult terrain.
How long does that last?
I think that one's just a one shot.
But
Instantaneous.
it turns the area of effect into difficult terrain.
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so I'm going to leave that cloud there until the end of your next turn. Just so I know where the difficult terrain is. Okay. Anything else?
Move back a bit.
Okay.
I have Barry come over here. And that's it.
Gibbles, it is you.
So technically, the channel divinity ability I used is supposed to be at the end of people's turn that I'm supposed to roll. So it's not just the end of my turn. And so, how do you want me to play it? Do you want me to roll for everybody on my turn, or?
We can just use the 17. That's fine.
Okay.
So if you just want to top people off at the end of their turn, it's fine.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to be rolling so many dice.
Yeah.
I can't see
That's
them anymore, so
powerful
I'm
as
gonna
you
go over
level up.
here.
Yeah, it was a good roll.
I think I got 6 on it the last time I used it in my game. But I'm also level 4.
Yeah, it does make a difference. The plus 12 certainly helps.
Ray, did you move the other, or can I actually just not see it? The other thingamabobber. There's one down here.
Yeah, there's one down there, and the other one so that green line I drew is basically the line you have to cross. To the best of your knowledge, I drew that line because that's line of sight from the center of it. To just try and establish that's the dividing line between seeing it and not seeing it, and it seeing you, because there's a wall there. So yeah, if you go there, then you can see it, and it can see you. So it works both ways.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's also difficult terrain.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can only go 10. So 5, 10.
Correct. Difficult terrain, your half speed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks. So wait, so let's say I started here. So that's like not, so 5, 10. So that's like my turn then?
So that's 15 total.
5, 15.
Your movement is 25.
So I can go 15. What's up?
What are you trying to do?
Get in range, hurt it, and run away, bro.
Well, now I'm trying to get away because I don't want to be stuck here.
Well, okay, if you go 10, 20, like,
and then up one.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can move diagonal.
Yeah,
if you do it orthogonally, it's going to be bad.
Well, I'm going to go. I guess I'll stay here and I'll try and hide again. I'll just hide again. Where's my thing? Stealth check.
Well, I mean, you can pop out, shoot it, and pop back if that's what you're trying to do.
But I don't. I think I guess we established that I'm picking up my daggers. Yeah. All right. I can do that. All right. I'll pop in here. I'm gonna throw a dagger at it. So let me get my dagger. Dose it. Is it the same kind of attack with a throw as it is just a stabbing? Yeah, I just roll for dagger.
Do you
Or is there
use
a threat?
do you use Dex for all your attacks?
Yes.
Then functionally, yes, it's the same.
Okay.
Like technically, it's a different type of attack, but if it's the Dex bonus, it's the same. So 21 will hit.
Nice. And then, am I able to do sneak attack with this or no?
I don't know how you'd have advantage on it.
Well, technically, because I'm audacious, I get advantage pretty much in every situation.
How does audacious work?
So features.
Rakish audacity.
Rakish audacity. You also get additional ways to sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack. There we go. Against a creature if you're within five. Oh, if I'm within 5 feet. No creature. Yeah, you don't have disadvantage. Okay, well then I will just bump on back and hide. So I'm gonna go back up here, and I'm gonna try and hide. So I'll roll my stealth on my turn there.
Okay.
And you get 17 temporary. You get 17 more temporary hit points.
Okay.
They're not additive.
Oh, they're not?
No, you just get the highest single benefit. So it's basically a buffer of 17 hit points every turn.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn.
Otherwise, that would be ridiculous. Anvar,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Gonna move the spiritual weapon 20 feet. Well, I guess 10 feet is all I need. So it will move over, and then it will. As soon as I get back to my character, I will have it roll another attack.
Don't mind me.
Oh, but it sucked.
But it was a 1, so it did not do anything.
And Anvar will consume a superior healing potion. That's his action.
Okay. Liz, what would you like to do?
I want to bring out my insect.
Bring out your whats?
Insects, Bray.
Ah. Constitution.
Oops. I'm just trying to place it. Oh yeah.
Failed Constitution check. Good.
I am not saving for shit tonight.
Sweet. The 21%.
We'll apply that.
Okay, that's it.
So many.
There's
so many templates. Okay. That takes us to Baby in the Corner. What to do? I have to roll the recharge for this turn. Okay.
Fail.
Huh?
Oh.
I said fail, hopefully.
That is not a failure. It's a 5/6 recharge. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? This one's...
Yeah, I mean, it can't get to us without eating damage, so.
Yeah, it's got a double dose of damage, and it doesn't really like any of that. So I think it's actually gonna think it's going to stay put. It just kind of roars in frustration, seeing its other companion getting injured, but not seeing a clear path to get there without suffering the same fate. So I think that is that one's turn. We'll go to Lolly.
How are they looking?
Well, the one on the bottom, nobody's touched.
So he's perfect.
Yeah, the one on the bottom is completely unscathed. The one in the top is starting to take some wounds.
So this one down in the bottom corner,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot at it with my crossbow. That being said, my advantage is negated by the range, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. Yeah, because because my optimal is 30,
Yeah,
and
so
anything past optimal is disadvantage, right?
yeah, I think one range increment past is disadvantage, and another range increment is you can't hit it.
Well, so I'm just gonna roll this really quick, just so we know what we're talking about, because it's 3120.
So I think it's normal, disadvantage, can't hit. So like it's normal attack out to 30, it's disadvantage to 120, and past 120, your bolt hits the ground at that point.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, it really. Oh, but wait, no, it wouldn't have that because I am at advantage, but I'm also at disadvantage, so it balances out. So it would only be the 8. But I
Okay.
wasted. Damn.
Uh,
Okay, don't hit it. That's fine.
Where's the template? Okay, yeah, you're good. And then I think the frost is gone now too. There we go. Okay. So the frost is gone. That happened a while ago, but I just remembered.
The difficult terrain, that's there until the end of my turn.
Oh, sorry. It was something like that, I think, approximately.
It's about, let me see if I can trace it again, because I still see the circle.
There.
Yeah, something like that.
So many circles. Okay. Anything else, Lolly?
I was looking to see if I have anything. I don't.
Okay. Other Bahir gets to go. Do the insects hit at the beginning or the end of the turn?
I think it's the end of their turn. Pretty sure.
When it enters for the first time or ends. God, I wish they were consistent with these. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that'd make life easier.
Like, anyway. Well, I think it is going to move here. It is going to use its breath weapon because it hasn't even done that yet.
No.
So it's 20 feet long and 5 feet wide, so I'm not going to be able to hit all of you this time. So I need a ruler. 20 feet long, so it can go... Oh, I can only hit one person. I think it's going to go for Lolly this time, because you're right in front of it. So that's a 12, which is a failure. Do you have anything that can mitigate that? Evasion.
I know. I'm trying to.
So you take...
You also have uncanny dodge, don't you?
I know. I was gonna do that too, because evasion is just a effect that I have.
Yep.
It's a passive ability, whereas Uncanny Dodge, I can use my reaction to have it again.
So you double have it.
Yeah, so I take 20.
So you take 20 damage from that. And then...
Which is mostly temporary hit points.
That's all of the temporary hit points.
Yeah, but you'll get it back at the end of your next turn.
And
well, there you go. Cool.
then,
as long as I'm not knocked unconscious.
I don't know how I'm going to do that at this point. I should have just attacked somebody. Yeah. That's okay.
If I'm being honest, I was hoping you'd do that at Lolly. Because I have those two, I knew I had them.
And
may
then,
have been trying to goad you into it.
oh, gotta find Dawn again. Wait, which one of you cast? I cannot remember.
That was me.
Okay, spellbook.
Dawn is always Teresa. We didn't mean to make it confusing at all.
It's not your fault. Whenever it ends
if
its
it
turn.
ends
Okay.
it in the end its turn, yeah.
So
okay.
both effects are end of turn right now.
So I guess it's gonna... It's kind of stuck. It's gonna scurry back in frustration and take the save against the insects and not the Dawn. So I need to do another Constitution saving throw, which is a 1. So that'll be... I am the Lord of saving throws tonight. 21 damage as these bugs are eating it. As these bugs continue to kind of swarm all over it, you all see a bunch of little... where is it? Tiny little worms are dropping off of this creature as these bugs are burrowing into its flesh, down into the fog.
Lovely.
And that'll take us to Teresa.
Okay. So Teresa keeps seeing this thing poke in and out of its hidey hole. So I'm going to use my bonus action to shift Dawn to cover its hidey hole.
Oh god.
Oh, that's handy.
Let me get to the template. So like...
Yeah, keep Dawn like on the edge, just in front of Lolly and Gibbles so they don't get hit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a spot. Does that look good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, now for my action.
And technically he just entered the area, right? So he has to make a save against it now?
On his turn.
Oh.
If he ends it in his turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to have to move down to try and see this thing.
You've got to get past that green line to see it once it's all tucked up in there.
Yeah, that is true. So I think I'm just going to keep lobbing grenades.
Does Dawn slowly burn the insects?
No,
it doesn't.
I don't think so.
It would just be funny if it did.
Since they were magical, no, but in
Yeah.
reality, probably. They just like keep burning and reappearing, burning, reappearing.
You're basically doing an orbital strike.
Okay, sure, we'll do this. So, yeah, I'll just keep lobbing grenades until it comes out. So I'll cast Fireball.
Yes.
So I'm assuming just somewhere in the bottom where it hits it with the split. Jesus Christ. This cave.
I think we need more temp.
I think at this point you've burned the fog off. I'm just gonna say that the fog in this room has been burnt off at this point.
Oh, that'd be good for other reasons.
So I'm gonna...
It was a little low though, because I rolled some 1s and 2s.
Well, let's see if I get a save. Oh. No, I meant
Yeah.
Oh,
it.
it meets, it
Yay.
You made
beats,
it.
yeah.
So that's half, right? Half damage?
Yeah.
Okay, it takes half damage. And you just hear a roar from that corner. And some more sizzling worms fly out. And then anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna shift Barry over here. I'm waiting for an opportunity to use Barry. But no, that's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to try and clean up some tokens now. Okay. So the difficult terrain and the fireball are gone. The insects and dawn are still there. And what is this? Oh, that's daylight. Okay. Cool. Then that takes us to Monsieur Gibbles.
So I'm assuming the effects of the ice storm are out now.
The ice storm is gone, but the
Right.
insects are still there.
Insect and Dawn are right on top of where we have to go to get anywhere near them.
So you've successfully blocked passage through this place, basically.
Constitution saving throw. What is my Constitution? Stay here and I'm going to hide again. So I will do that.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
That'll bring us to Anbar.
Can I temporarily be in someone else's space?
You can move through people. You can't stop there, but you can move through them. As long as they're allies. You can move through allies. You cannot move through hostiles.
I'm mostly moving to see if I can actually see the other one. Hey, I can. Great. He can have something to do. Maybe. I gotta make sure the spell's actually in range to do it. Let's see. Range is that? Range 120 feet. Yeah, that'll work. Running out of spell slots.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Guys, we're on
I
round
have
4
no spells.
and nothing's dead yet. It's wild. Constitution.
Oh, wait. That's smaller effect than I thought. I need to move it a little on top of him. How do I do that?
Oh, I can move it. It's fine. 1 second. There.
Sure.
Okay. When it enters for the first time on a turn, so that's this turn. So that is, what did I roll? A 13, which is a failure, so that's 38 radiant damage. Damn.
God damn.
Okay.
At least give it something to think about.
I mean, it was hiding from you. That wasn't nice.
I'm going to move back at this point because I don't need to be on top of everything. Though I do need to stay close enough that people can actually benefit from him. And for my bonus action, I will have this thing swing again.
Okay.
Let's see. Fourth level. Some year I might actually hit with it.
You just miss.
Great.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's life.
Liz. You up.
Right.
Oh, Teresa, I'm assuming you're not invisible anymore, right?
Yeah, I'm not invisible because I'm concentrating on Dawn now.
Yeah.
I am going to cast Thunderclap.
Oh,
And
on the southern one?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's yeah, you create a burst that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must make a Constitution saving throw. But it's in a yeah.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube. Wait. Oh,
Oh
the
yeah,
range is self. It's a 15-foot cube around you.
Yeah, you don't want to use that one.
Shit. Yeah, because otherwise I have to go into down. I was thinking it was a cone, is what I thought it was. Sorry.
It's a range of self in a cube of 15 feet, so it lets you like.
So you would catch all of us, but
Which, I mean, if you really don't like everybody, it's a good spell to cast.
No, I was thinking it was cast in a cone, so then I could push it outwards. That's why I moved up front as opposed to back.
Well, if you want to back it up.
Yeah, so I can back it up. Well, I don't really have a whole lot of spell slots for things. That's why I was trying to use that because it's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay, yeah. Well, I was just going to make sure I gave you a spell slot back.
Oh, it's a cantrip. So I was trying to use it. Then I'll do this.
Well.
Nope, not doing it at all. Just kidding. That's it.
That one's also a 30-foot range, so it wouldn't matter any. Well, it'd be disadvantaged. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that was just aimed at a creature within 30. So it's not like you're everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We will go to this guy down here. Well, now they're not very happy because they don't like Moonbeam. I'm measuring tokens. Don't do that.
the wall doesn't let it move in that direction.
Well, screw it. Now that people are being jerks to it.
Looks like I got the moonbeam in the right spot.
Yeah, I don't know if there's. Does this count?
It's on the daylight spell, right?
It is. No, it is not.
I think it's technically outside of it.
Yep, it's technically
bummer.
outside of it. Sorry, you don't have complete coverage of this room.
That's until the dawn moves again.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
Dawn
can,
just has to move like one square over.
but that does not have it anywhere near the range. So it's kind of stuck down here. At least for now. Lolly, your turn. This has become a positioning nightmare.
Yep. I have to look up Dawn again too. Okay.
Let's see if there's a mod that lets me put spell cards outside of chat.
Great. It's turn. And all right.
That would be useful, so that we don't have to keep looking them up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right. Wait.
There's insect plague there too, right?
I think that's only if you end your turn in 2, is
Yeah, I think they're both end your turn. Whereas
oh no, when it
moonbeams start your
enters
turn.
the spell's area for the first time or ends its turn.
Oh, never mind. And you don't get the temporary hit points back until the end of your turn.
Can I shoot the side of it, like at a disadvantage or something? Or
Um,
I can see it on my screen.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm gonna say no because of that's how I've been running it for everyone else too. Like you got to get on or across that line to have actual line of sight. This is where the size of the creatures is weird. If I were to design this map, I would change certain things about it now. But whatever.
Make the room bigger.
I would just make there be more alcoves so that there's more of like a very clear where you can and cannot do things. Anyway, yeah.
Wow, thanks. That was great. Fucking minimum roll. Awesome. Alright, well, yeah. That's all I can really do, because can't hit anything that does any difference.
Okay, so this guy gets to go. Hey, it's not difficult terrain anymore, but I don't think. Okay, so it is going to.
It is difficult terrain because of insect plague, isn't it?
Oh, is that difficult terrain too?
I thought so. Insect plague. Yep, the sphere's area is difficult terrain for insect plague.
Well, fine. It is going to do one bite attack against Lolly.
Oh, I have my hip.
Does a 26 hit?
Yeah,
Well,
That'll
you got to
be.
add your temporary hit points.
I just did that.
So
Oh,
that's.
geez.
Duck dodge, dog.
Wow.
So you can have that.
15. Ow.
Oh, I can't do that one. That's annoying.
Can't bite.
I can't constrict because it doesn't have enough range. I can't
Haha!
get through that door. Okay, so how far did I move? Was that 5?
Yeah, so that was effectively 10 feet because difficult terrain.
So 5, 10. So that's 10. No, yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it can get to here, which doesn't help much. It's got to make its saving throws. Oh,
Against
God.
both things.
Yeah. Rolling back up the thing. I need a Constitution and they both con. Yes, 2 Constitution saving throws. Okay, so we will do the first save against, I guess, Dawn. Which it fails, so it will take that damage. Is that the damage roll?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll
Get it,
apply
Barry.
that. Would you let me apply this as damage? No, you won't, because you're annoying. 21. And then a second Constitution saving roll against insects.
Also,
Oh my god.
which I think was 21, but
21 as well. And it dies. That's the end of that Bahir. It kind of collapses down onto the floor, as the insects continue to consume all of the disgusting worms that are coming out of this creature. I'll say the worms are a bit surprising to everyone. And that takes us to Teresa.
Forcing it to come to the light is a very good strategy. And then, so Teresa will... She'll come over here. Now she can see this one. Bonus action, shift Dawn. Let's see, 1, 2... Let's put Dawn over here, the center, over here.
Okay.
Now we can't go anywhere.
There you go. Now that I can see this thing, let's just do this. The big gun's here because it's almost 12. Disintegrate.
Ooh. It's my save
Wow.
dexterity.
Wow,
Oh, there's some ones in there.
Still impressive amount of damage.
Oh.
Oh, by 1!
Well, just shy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that hurt a lot. You basically just like disintegrated off a couple of legs and a chunk of its
that hurt.
torso body. So that was not good for the Bahir. So act, bonus act, move. Anything else?
That's my turn.
I was gonna say don't put Barry through that. Barry will not make it.
No.
Gibbles, it is your turn.
Oh, let's see here. So is this the only effect that's currently going on right now?
You're standing in the insects. There's Dawn and Moonbeam. This whole room is just basically a death trap right now.
Yeah.
AoE attacks, bro.
Nobody wants to get up close with that thing for good reason.
I mean, I would get within visual range of it if I could go through spells and not die, but...
Now you're just being picky.
True.
So insect saving throws is 17. What's my constitution? Oh, screw that.
Keep having you with characters that have no ranged options.
See, where's Kellic when you need him?
You don't have like a crossbow or anything?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hide, I guess.
He has daggers.
Can you like borrow Lolly's crossbow?
Daggers are only 2060 though, Grim.
All right, hold on. I'll end my turn.
That's what I meant. Like we ran into this problem in the fight with Ace, where he had nothing that could hit him for the whole fight. Okay, Anvar. What do you?
Well, I'm gonna, for the bonus action, move this 20 feet closer. It's gonna be a while before it gets there, but
don't know if this thing is gonna survive very long at this point.
well, it's good. I'm moving down here mostly just to see if I can actually, how far away that is, because I have no idea what I can actually do. Hey, I can! If I stay right there, I can spiritual flame it. So, we will sacred flame it, and blessed strike. That's it.
Let's see here. So a dex saving throw. Womp, womp, womp.
So 11 points of damage total.
I am just... have I passed a single save tonight?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you have.
You beat Dawn
okay.
a couple of times.
Oh, I did? Okay, cool. Anyhow, I think that's it for Anvar. Yes? No?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna move back a little.
Yeah. get out of the bugs. Liz, it is your turn.
All right, there's not a whole lot I can do.
It's not because you moved the turn order. I can't actually move, but oh well.
Sorry, where do you want to be?
To the left of Liz.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't do anything else with the bugs. I can't do like a bonus action, move them or anything. So I'll just drop concentration on the bugs.
Okay.
But then I'll cast guidance, and I was gonna cast guidance. I don't know. I'm trying to decide who it would help the most. It's for an ability check. I know I was either thinking Gibbles or maybe help to.
Probably Lolly, actually, for his crazy attack.
Well, who was at disadvantage? 1 level of exhaustion.
Lolly.
Yeah. So that would at least negate that.
About that. That's probably a good idea.
Because that's your...
Then I'll give Lolly guidance. Just trying not to.
Okay. Any other things?
No. That's it.
I think at this point, this Bahir is going to be pissed off.
And hopefully dead by the end of this turn. Yeah.
And it's going to get up here.
Uh-oh.
I forgot to mention Liz runs away. No.
Liz runs away. Doo-doo. What? How do I... Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I have to do the thing.
No.
There we go. Sorry, it recharged like 4 turns ago. It's just been down in the corner this whole time. Now it's going to do that, and it's going to go in a straight line through Lolly, Liz, and Teresa.
No. Oh, no.
So get y'all some dex saving throws.
I am going to throw up and absorb elements.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I still take half damage, and then I'm going to do half of that damage. So I still take, what? A quarter of that.
What kind of damage is it again?
Lightning.
Oh, okay. Well, I take half damage.
Okay. Oh, you don't have it, Gibbles.
You know, Grim, you keep saying that I don't, or that you haven't got any saving throws. I literally have not passed a single one.
Hey, it's going almost every way. Okay, so wait a minute. So Teresa, you take half damage because of absorb elements. Liz, you take half damage because you passed. Gibbles doesn't need a save, and Lolly, you take
1/4 damage.
1/4 damage. Really? Damn.
Yep.
From evasion and uncanny dodge.
Okay, so I guess apply that up, and I have to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
That I fail. For 19 damage. This thing is starting to look pretty bad. And that is the Bahir's turn. Lolly, you up.
Well, then we're trying to fix it because I accidentally.
She did the absorb elements as her damage, not the lightning blast.
Just apply the damage from absorb elements and then take the lightning damage. If you can do a small amount of damage before its next turn, it won't matter.
Well, now it's close enough that I can actually shoot it at advantage and sneak attack it. So, yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
Let's see if I can hit something.
Good thing you're at advantage.
19 will hit.
Die, you son of a bitch, die.
Okay, let's see. 6 damage. 19 damage. It is hanging on by a thread.
You gotta be.
Oh.
It has 3 hit
Oh
points.
my god.
And I have no way to do a second attack. No bonus action.
But you do at the end of your turn get 17 temporary hit.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay,
That's
I
it.
think we are to Teresa.
She doesn't like being blown away by that stuff, so let's do
Do you
this.
have magic missile?
Right? Oh,
Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that, but I don't want to waste a spell slot.
is it wasting us?
3 HP.
It's fine. Let's
I feel like we should all do a long rest anyway.
I basically have no spells left.
yeah, I am running on empty with spell slots here. Let's do this then. Scorching Ray. So that's the first ray.
It's dead. You killed it.
Oh shit. Okay.
You did 3 hit points of damage. It's dead. You have
Ding
killed it.
dong.
And then
Uh,
you fry the body some more to get some of those, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
you sear that
Hits
thing
it
down.
a couple more times because she does not like being her hair frizzled and fried.
Just out of anger, just scorching ring a corpse. Cool. I think I'll stop it there before we get into anything else. Just to give you the super brief description of this room. There's tons of cages. There's stuff in here. There is a tunnel leading out to the west, and I think that's what you can see right now. And we can pick up there. How are people looking for next week?
I can't be here next week. So I was going to ask, do you want me to... So one of the channel divinities gives me another spell slot, so I can do prayers of healing before I disappear for everybody.
We were just gonna do a long rest, I think,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
because
In which case I won't
everything.
worry about it. But
Hit points, the whole shebang.
Yeah,
I
I'll
might-
throw up a tiny hut and we'll do a long rest.
Is everybody else able to play next week?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, I might hold off a week.
I was like, I didn't hear Gibble say anything.
Because we need a tank.
Well, I'm just thinking about the rest of the stuff in here, and I don't want to. I would rather wait a week to let everybody make choices about what you guys do next in here, and if you end up fighting, have at least a somewhat full party strength.
Okay.
So I think I'll probably just call it now for next week and say, well, wait, are you good the week after, Anvar?
yeah, I'm visiting my parents next week. So
Okay, cool.
That's the only reason why.
So I think we'll just pause for a week, and then we can get into what else is in here. Just because anyway. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Thank you.
for having.
Fun side note, that was the weakest fight in here, somehow.
I figured.
Oh my god.
Oh, good news.
I think you've successfully kicked our butts in almost every single one of the fights. Or at least Amber's. You know?
Yeah.
Well, so no,
This was out for sure a couple times.
the first fight was overtuned. The second fight, I downtuned just a little bit. And you guys just smoked that one. And this one, looking at things that are in this place, those were both CR11.
That beholder did a ton of damage.
I weakened that.
Enervation raised.
I weakened that beholder. And it was a Death Knight and a Beholder, which if you look, it's like a CR17 and a CR18. I was like, that's a bit too much.
Yeah,
I toned him down a little
But-
bit.
but getting hit twice by that innervation ray was
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, 2 weeks, and we will maybe find out everything that's going on in here or not. I'm going to go pass out. So catch you all
Okay.
All
later.
right. Good
Bye.
night.
Have a good night.
Hey, guys.